Well, let's get into some cable news, streaming news, however you want to put this. Madman here again. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a comment. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Thank you for those tuning in. Thank you for clicking on this video. We really do appreciate it. We're doing our best to move up in the algorithm. And let's get there. Let's get to that 2,000 before the end of the year. Now, we're going to get into this real quick. Now, Disney owns a lot of cable companies out there. You know, some of them are starting to shut down to that point. Well, there is a new report out there, Cord Cutter News, that supposedly they are selling off some of their channels. These are channels that are not, it's not the Disney Channel or FX or anything like to that nature. These are other channels that they have a percentage stake in. And we'll read this directly out of Cord Cutter News. Disney's reported selling some of its cable networks. In a seismic shift for the media landscape, A&e Global Media, the parent company of the iconic channels as A&e Network, History, and Lifetime, is officially up for sale. The 50-50 joint venture between the Walt Disney Company and Hearst has enlisted Wells Fargo investment banking arm to manage the sale process. Sources confirmed to Variety the move comes as traditional media giants like NBC Universal and Warner Brothers Discovery are also looking to divest significant portions of their linear cable portfolio, signaling a broader industry pivot amid cord cutting and the streaming revolution. A&e Global Media, formerly known as the A&e Network, boasts a robust portfolio that includes Lifetime Movie Network, FYI, and Vice TV, which is Vice TV still a thing? Alongside of content productions units like A&E Studios, A&E Factual Studios, A&E Indie Films. The company also operates digital ventures, streaming apps, fast channels, AVD platforms, and subscription services as Crime 360, Lifetime Movie Club, and History Vault. In fact, Shudder is not in there, but Shudder is part of that group as well, which Shudder is a great channel. That's where you can find Joe Bob Briggs. While sources caution that a full or partial sale is not guaranteed, Disney and Hearst are eager to test the market for A&E's lifestyle and unscripted programming assets, which has maintained a strong brand of recognition despite industry headwinds. The decision to explore the sale aligns with broader trends in the media sector. NBC Universal is preparing to spin off MSNBC, CNBC, USA Network, and 4 other linear channels into a new entity dubbed Versant, expected to finalize by year's end. Meanwhile, WB Discovery is undertaking a complex restructuring to separate its global networks division, including CNN, TNT, TBS, Discovery, Food Network, HGN-TV, and True TV, which True TV is becoming a sports network, from its studios and streaming operations with projected mid-2026 completion. Both companies aim to streamline their balance sheets and focus on high-growth areas like streaming. A&E's well-known brands, bolstered by decades of owned studio libraries, could make it an appealing acquisition target for either Versant or WB's divested networks in a potential cable roll-up. A&E's roots trace back to the early days of cable TV in the 1980s. A&E Network and Lifetime launched in 1984, followed by the History in 1995, capitalizing on the then sparse cable landscape. Originally a joint venture between ABC, NBC, and Hearst, the company saw NBC exit in 2011 due to Comcast's acquisition of NBC Universal. Today, Disney and Hearst's decision to explore the sale reflects the diminishing strategic fit of A&E with broader portfolios, particularly as Disney leverages its linear assets like ESPN, ABC, and FX to fuel Disney Plus and Hulu. There's a lot more to this article. I said, go out, read it on there. But the gist of the situation is, cable, in a way, is coming to an end. Yes, it is. Now, as far as linear television, I think and I've said this before, linear television is evolving. At the moment, what's keeping linear alive is classic television. And you're already seeing over at Weagle Broadcasting that they're adding more channels. They're adding a Western channel now, West it's called, to that point. And they've already added MeTV Tunes. These channels are doing very well. MeTV is doing very well in itself. It's rising to the point. And yes, eventually down the line, they will have their own streaming app. They are working on that as we speak. A&E has its own streaming app to that point. So does Shudder. Shudder, which is subsidiary onto there, which has a lot of great... If you want some good horror films and stuff like that, which also has a live stream as well, Shudder is the place to go. I mean, this is not a major advertisement for them. We're not paid for that, but it is a good site. Joe Bob Briggs has his weekly show on there, which, if you haven't seen Joe Bob Briggs, he's such a great TV host. He's originally from MonsterVision and the movie channel, where he's hosted shows like this before, where they present the movie of the week. You do a double feature. I grew up with MonsterVision. People will tell you, anybody who remembers MonsterVision from TNT. That was a great show. That's something that shouldn't have been canceled. Well, look where he is today. He's back on TV doing the same thing again, but this time on a streaming app. But yeah, linear is going to become fast channels. That's what's going to happen. That's what's happening slowly but surely up to this point. At this time period, and these companies have overdrew their bridges to the point. They started buying every other cable outlet possible. They should have let some of these cable networks die out. I mean, History Channel. Is there really history on the History Channel anymore? Really, truly, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, how much history is taught on the History Channel? It's the same thing with the Discovery Channel. How much is on there as it used to be? I mean, we're getting old nature shows are coming back to regular linear television. You got Wild Kingdom that's now on YouTube and is also on MeTV on Sunday mornings as well. If you haven't watched that, Marlo Perkins, great nature series. And this is before Nat Geo and all these other nature shows on there. The only other major competition Wild Kingdom had was with Magical World of Disney. When they ran nature episodes on their service on there. And the thing is, A&E made a name for itself. I mean, it used to be, back in the day, was only arts and entertainment, and that's what A&E meant for, arts and entertainment. It was an arts, and they didn't do well. So that's when they started fast tracking into movies and then getting into shows. And of course, obviously, everybody knows The Walking Dead. There's a couple of others. There was a couple of westerns and series that did very well on the A&E Network, and they're still expanding onto that. And eventually you'll catch some of it on fast channels or on another network onto that point. So let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts about this? Drop a comment on there. Let me know on there. Is this, we're heading to something different with the A&E Network brand name, or just the same old A&E onto that point? So remember, comment, like, share, and hopefully today's the day I've earned your subscription. Thank you for tuning in, and continue to click on our other videos here on QTCast TV, Man with the Show, Taco Thursday, this Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Rumble. Also, check out Sci-Fi Snobs, Babylon 5 Retrospective, Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Also on YouTube on the Sci-Fi Snob channel on there. We'll leave a link below linking you on there. And Wednesday night's video will also redirect you to their channel. Until next time, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.